Well, there's a breastfeeding controversy sparked by supermodel Gisele Bündchen. The new mom and wife of NFL star Tom Brady told a British magazine, "Some people here think they don't have to breastfeed, and I think, are you going to give chemical food to your child when they are so little? I think there should be a worldwide law that mothers should breastfeed for the first 6 months." Now, this controversy comes during breastfeeding week, and tomorrow the lieutenant governor will be signing a proclamation to support breastfeeding. And joining us now to discuss the issue is Dr. Sylvia Pager. She's a University of Hawaii pediatrician and lactation consultant. Good morning, Dr. Pager, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Now, the whole issue has sparked a war between moms. Some moms saying, finally, someone has taken a stand for breastfeeding, and other moms are saying, I don't like someone telling me what to do and how to feed my child if I choose formula. What do you have to say about this debate?
Well, I think babies were born to be breastfed is a slogan we use, but it isn't for everybody. But most people can, and I think it's unfortunate that many people are a little sabotaged by the support system. Society still regards it a little bit as fringy, and the hospital systems often don't do everything possible to make it easy for moms. And we would like to help support moms. I would recommend a website called Best for Babes. It's fairly new, and the whole attitude is to help mothers, empower them to bust the booby traps, is what they call it.
What are the recommendations for breastfeeding for new moms, and how many women are actually doing it?
Well, we're very fortunate in Hawaii. Recommendations by the Academy of Pediatrics are exclusive breastfeeding through 6 months, and this is universally accepted by Academy of Family Practitioners, World Health Organization, American Dietetic Association, and this is really the gold standard. Nothing but breast milk through 6 months, which is where I guess this lady got her recommendation from. In Hawaii, more than average people do start. We have about 90% or more who come into the hospital saying they do want to breastfeed. Unfortunately, within the first couple of weeks, a lot of them drop off. And it may be because they don't always get the very best start in the hospital, and we would like to support that element. And in that respect, we've got the state helping us now. There's the new supplemental budget grant, thanks to the economic downturn, and the CDC is really supporting breastfeeding, partly because of its impact on obesity prevention. So altogether, this has turned into the budget, part of it being allocated towards offering training to hospitals to become what is called baby-friendly. And this is an international designation. And this year, World Breastfeeding Week, which is this week, which is why we're here, is always around the world the first week of August. And this week's theme is 10 Steps to Breastfeeding Success, the Baby-Friendly Way. And if all the hospitals adopted this baby-friendly way, I think a lot of mothers would have less trouble early on, and that would help them succeed.
Yeah, because speaking of trouble, when I started breastfeeding my son, it was really, really difficult for me. I'm still doing it. He's 7 months old now, and my goal is to do it for a year. But in the beginning, it was really, really difficult, and I can see why a lot of women decide to give it up. So what is your advice to those women who say, I just cannot do it, and I don't want to feel guilty about my decisions?
Well, if they've really, really had all the very best help available, then I would respect that they gave it a fair shot. But I do think that a lot of people are misinformed, and I think a lot of the advice is inconsistent, and I think that it's really worth trying, because the difficulties are not forever, and some people have difficulties for a week or 2 or 3, and feeding frequently is really a bummer because you just do nothing but it's not forever that goes on, and after a while it gets so much easier, and later on it's so much easier to not have to wash bottles and not have to run to the doctor, and babies do get sick less often, you miss less work, and it's less costly, and the long-term health of the mother as well as the baby is definitely improved.
All right, well, Dr. Sylvia Pager, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your insight. And stick around, we've got a recap of our top morning headlines coming up. The time now is 6:50.